In this video, we're going to learn how to create a mod menu for games. We'll cover everything from creating the mod menu itself to adding it to a game APK. Before we start our video, let me tell you one thing. I will post some resources and information on our website, so keep an eye on it. Making a video on every topic is impossible for me. Also, I will post video updates on our Instagram and YouTube posts, so keep checking that as well, because YouTube might not send notifications. Okay, let's dive into our video. For this, we need the aid APK. We already have this mod APK on our website, so go and download it there. I'm not going to explain about this APK here, but I provided some information on our website. If you're interested, you can read it there. Simply put, it's an Android version of Android Studio software, which developers use to create their APKs. Download and install it. To build APKs, we need to do one thing in aid. Let me show you. Open aid. Click on the three dots. Click on the More option. Go to Settings. Click on the Build and Run option. Now scroll down a little. You will find the Manage Native Code Support option. If you click on it, it will ask for the path of the Native Development Kit, NDK. We already have this on the same blog. But before that, we need to know if our device supports 32-bit or 64-bit. If you know this, great. If not, search for a 64-bit checker in the Play Store and download it. After opening the app, it will show whether your device is 64-bit or 32-bit. Based on that, you need to download the correct NDK, otherwise, it won't work properly. We have both the 32-bit and 64-bit NDK, so don't worry. Now, go to our website and download the appropriate NDK file. You don't need to extract it, just download it. Now, navigate to the file, and take note of the file path along with the file name. I'll open my MT Manager to locate the file and copy the path. I've pasted it here, and then I'll go back to the file, copy the name, and paste that as well. Now click OK and wait until it installs our NDK. Now, our aid is fully set up. See how simple it is? We just downloaded aid and the NDK, and set the NDK path in aid, and that's it. The APK is ready. Now it's time to write C++ code for our mod menu. Wait, I'm just kidding. I know our subscribers are just starting game hacking and may not have experience with C++. They've learned the Lua language, and we already have a 2-hour video on that in our channel. That knowledge is enough for now because we won't be coding here. Considering beginners, I thought it would be better to use a template rather than show the entire coding process and confuse everyone. We're just using a coding template in this video. You just need to modify the menu options to your desired features, and add the offsets and modified values to perform actions. Don't worry, I'll show you step by step. There are many people providing free templates, so you can use whichever one you like. In this video, I'm going to use a template created by the LGL team. This template may not work on devices running Android 10 or below. I've tested it only on Android 11, 12, and 13. Just search for their GitHub repository online. Don't download the latest version because it might be too advanced for beginners. Download version 2.9 or simply go to our description where you'll find the file link. Download it and extract the file. You can extract it wherever you want, but I extracted it into the APK projects folder, which was created by A to organize our projects. Now, we have our template and aid. Now, open the template file in aid. You will see options to create a new project, clone a Git repository, etc. These are options for creating a new project, which we'll use in upcoming videos. That's where we'll create our mod menu from scratch. Okay, now to the folder. Open the app folder. Then, open the source folder, or SRC folder. Now, open the main folder. Our main work is in the JNI folder. Open it. Here, we'll only work with the main.cpp and main.h files to modify the mod menu. If you want to change colors, modify the library or APK names, and other details, you will need to edit additional files as well. But don't worry, I'll show you those too. For now, open the main.cpp file. Don't be scared by the code. Like I said before, we'll just change the name of the menu options and add our offsets or commands. If you get confused, you can see the file path here. For those who have already watched our Lua scripting course, try to understand the example functions given by the LGL team on how to write patch/hook functions or add offsets, etc. If you want, you can delete them, or instead of deleting, comment them out to avoid confusion. You can check these functions later when you want to create your own hook/patch functions. If you didn't watch our Lua scripting course and don't have any coding knowledge, then don't mess with anything, just leave everything as it is. Otherwise you will get errors by even delete a single letter or symbol. We're going to focus only on the content in the extern C function. See, we have menu features here. This is where we'll modify the options. They have provided examples for each possible option. Like I did in our Lua scripting course, we don't need to use all options here. You can remove whichever options you don't need for your menu. First, let me run the code and install the mod menu to show you how it looks. Then you'll better understand where the options are used and how they work. It'll take a few seconds. Then it will ask you to install the APK. Click on Install. You don't need to run it now, but if you're curious, you can. See, our mod menu is ready. Now, some people might face problems while installing it. First, let's discuss those. It could be one of these three problems. First problem. Some people might see app not installed. This happens if the generated APK is not compatible. Those who watched our Lua course completely will know why this happens and how to fix it. For those who haven't watched it, let me show you how to fix it. Go back to our starting folder. See, we have the build.gradle file. Open this file and you'll find that the target version is set to 30. Change it to 29, and rerun it. Second problem. If you open the file and see something like this, just leave it. The issue might be that the APK wasn't signed properly. To sign our APK, open the MT Manager. If you don't have the APK, go to our website's Resources tab. You'll find it in the Tools section. Download it from there. You might wonder where to look for the APK to sign it. It'll be stored in the Android folder. Go to the Data folder. Open it. If you're opening it for the first time with MT Manager, it'll ask for permission to access it. Click OK. Now go to the aid APK folder. Go to the cache folder. Open the APK folder. Here's our APK. Click on it. Go to Function. At the top, we have the sign option. Click on it. Make sure to select v1 plus v2 plus v3. Now it will generate the signed APK. Install it, and it should work properly. Third problem. For some people, Google Play Protect may block the installation. This happens because the APK can modify game data to allow us to make hacks. I'm not saying the APK is harmful, it does the same thing when we install Game Guardian. For those familiar with this issue, you already know the solution. For those who aren't, just turn off Play Protect in the Google Play Store. You can do this for any APK, but make sure you don't do it for untrusted apps, as they could harm your device. Now, try again, and this time it should install properly. Now, open the APK. See our floating mod menu icon? Open it. See, whatever we're looking at here, these options are written in the main.cpp file. We have a lot of options like toggles, seek bars, buttons, checkboxes, input for numbers, text, radio buttons, and drop-down options. These are all options we covered in Lua language, and now we're going to cover them in C++ as well. You might be wondering what kind of code we can expect in the main.h file. Let me show you. Open the Settings option. See, here we also have some features, and these are present in our main.h file. Along with that, there's the modded by your name, the scrolling text below, and the logo of the mod menu, etc. Alright, now we have a basic understanding of our mod menu. Let's start our modifications. First, open the main.h file. Like I said before, focus on the content located in the extern.c function. Here you can see the title of the mod menu. Change it to your name. Underneath, we have the heading text or scrolling text. Change this to your name as well. There's also a link with text here, which I'll change to my website and YouTube link. We can change the entire thing whatever we want, but it requires some coding knowledge to understand. Since this is for beginners, I'm not going in depth. See, we have the text size here, which you can change if you want, but I'll keep it as is. Now, here's the icon function where we need to insert our logo/icon base64 code. First, remove this part. It's too long to select easily, so simply select from the start up to just before the closing curly bracket. Now, delete everything. Carefully complete the syntax before proceeding. If you watched our Lua course completely, you'll know how. If not, simply enter double quotation marks followed by 2 closing round brackets and a semicolon. Make sure you enter this correctly, as any mistake here will cause errors. There are plenty of online services to convert images to base64, or you can use the one provided by the LGL team. Before converting our image to base64, I recommend using a logo with circular dimensions. Mine is in a square format, so I'll edit it. You can use free online services to edit the image or logo. I'll use Pixel Lab APK. Now I am going to crop the logo into a circle. I will remove the background. Now save it with low dimensions. Now we have our logo, so let's get the base 64 of our image. I'm using the same link provided in the file. Upload your logo there and click Encode to base 64. See, we got our code. Like I mentioned earlier, it's quite long. Now, copy this and simply paste it here. If you want to change its size, that will be done in another folder where we can modify the entire look of our mod menu. I'll show that as well, so don't worry. Don't forget to save the file. Simple, right? We changed the menu title, heading text, and menu icon. Our work is done for now. If you scroll down, you'll find the remaining things, which you saw in the Settings tab. For now, we don't need those, so I won't explain them. Just leave them as they are. Now go back to the main.cpp file. I'm not removing or commenting on any of this. I'll just leave it as is. Go to the extern C function. Here, we have the toast message. You guys already know about toast messages, right? For those who don't, it's just a message that appears for a few seconds. In this example it will display for few seconds after opening the mod APK. Now, here comes our main task. This is the category, and you can change it if you want. I'll keep it as category. If you observe, you can see obfuscate. C will use to encrypt the function's names or some sensitive data. When you dump memory you may see those files are encrypted because of this. I know it's out of topic but just for giving clarity. Anyway, if you observe clearly, in each feature we have the keyword of that feature, and it's not displaying on the mod menu. It's not for displaying, it defines what the feature belongs to and how it's supposed to work. Also, if you observe the same feature of two things, you may see some numbers appear before those keywords. And those also are not displaying on the menu. Because these are assigned IDs or numbers for those features to make them unique, different from others, and to perform specific tasks on them. They provide some comments here, so you can read and understand. Whoever watched our Lua course might be a little confused. I will explain. In Lua language, we take the elements by their index and give some default values so that if the user doesn't give input, it will take the default, right? But here, instead of taking the index value, we can assign our own value to it. Like they did here. You can see it's not index, those are random, like 100 and 110. But you may think, how are we supposed to change these menu features? Because if we don't have coding knowledge and mess with anything, it won't work properly. Don't worry, I will teach you the syntax of each feature so that you will understand what you can replace and what not to mess with. Coming to the toggle feature. If you just want the feature name, then toggle_feature name. Feature name means not the toggle, this means whatever you want to enter there as a feature, like ESP hack or anything. If you want to give an ID/assigned number and make it enabled by default, then ID/assigned number _toggle_true feature name. You have to put the ID and also the true keyword to enable it by default. Next, seek bar. This is similar to Lua with a slight difference. Seek bar _feature name _starting value _ending value. Next, we have a spinner. Spinner _feature name _item 1, item 2, item 3. Next, button. We have three types. Normal button, if you assign any task, it will perform accordingly when clicked. Button _feature name. Button link, just directs to that particular link when clicked on. Button link _ feature name _ link. Button on/off, just like a toggle. Button on off _ feature name. Next, we have a checkbox. Checkbox _ feature name. Next, we have an input feature. For values, we can have input value _ feature name. For text, we have input text _ feature name. Next, we have the radio button feature. Radio button _ feature name _ item 1, item 2, item 3. We can enter as many as we want. Next, we have a collapse feature. To create a main feature or heading, just enter collapse _ feature name. If you want to add a feature to that, just enter collapsed _ feature keyword _ feature name. Here, we need to enter another feature keyword to define the feature type. Below are just text, so I am not explaining those. I don't need all these features for now. Like I said, I won't use all these features. But you can copy all this and paste it at the bottom of the script as comments. To avoid distractions, you can read them whenever you want. I didn't copy that, I just deleted it, so I will copy my base64 code to show you. I will keep only 2 toggle features. That's it. We changed the toast message and changed the features. Simple, right? Now, let's run it. See, our mod menu logo is changed, and also we changed the toast message. Let's open it. See, our features are added. Here the title, heading text are also changed. Let's go to change this file name. And our file libraries. We can do this under 1 minute. Yes, it's very easy. And also, I will show you where to change the mod menu look/design. These 3 topics are optional, so if you don't want them, jump to the next section. If you want, then you can do it. Now open the Java folder. Now open main activity. Here you can see my lib name. Change this to your name or whatever you want. Until now, we see libil2cpp.so, libue4.so, or other lib files. Now we are going to create our own. If we change it here, then we need to change it in the android.mk file also. They are also telling this. Make sure to save the changes. So go back to our JNI folder. Open android.mk file. Change the module name. Remember, it must be the same as you entered in the main activity file. If you enter a single letter wrongly, then you will get errors. Save it. Now we changed the lib files. Let's change the APK name. For this, go back to the main folder. Open the resource or RSC folder. Go to the values folder. See, we have 3 files here. Open strings.xml. See here, we have the APK name. Change this. Remember, After modifying the files, save those. If you don't save and run the APK directly, it will take a backup of the previous file. And check that with the modified file, and since both are different, it will give you errors. Then don't panic, just delete the backup file and save the modifications and run again. Then it will work properly. Now I will show you where you can change the mod menu look/design. Again, go to the Java folder. Open the mod menu folder. Here we have 3 Java files. Floating mod menu service, logcat, preferences. Open the floating mod menu service file. See, the LGL team separated all as different blocks to easily identify. So go to region variables. Here you can change text colors, button colors, background color, mod menu height and width, icon size and opacity, toggle colors. Literally everything about the mod menu look. I don't need to explain anything here. You can easily understand by reading their variable names. Here you can see color hex codes. If you search hex codes of colors online, you will get a lot of websites. Go there and pick hex code of your favorite color and apply it to your desired element. Don't forget to save after making changes. Okay, that's it for changing the mod menu look. I am not going to change anything. I am not creating this for selling or sharing, so this look is just fine for me. See, these are the 5 files we worked on here. This main.cpp and main.h files are the main ones. The remaining will be optional. If you want to make this mod menu for selling or sharing with someone, just edit these remaining 3 files along with the mod menu file to look better and legit. This video just for beginners and also mainly focusing on creating mod menu. Now run the file again and see how it looks. See, our APK name changed. Everything changed. Now let's check our lib files also. See, our lib files are also changed. Wow, it's good to have our own lib files. With this, we completed our first task of creating a mod menu. Now let's add our mod menu to a game. For this, we need to do some modifications to the game APK. It just needs 3 things. Add our lib files into the game lib folder. Add our class file to the APK folder. Then we need to write 3 lines of code in game files. Don't worry, you don't need to write those, I will give them in the description. So just copy and paste those. First, extract your favorite game using MT Manager. Whoever watched our memory dumping video will know. If you don't know how to do it, just click on the 3 lines at the top of the left side. Then find the Extract APK option. Click on it and choose your favorite APK to extract. After extraction is done, it will show the option to locate the file path. Or you can find it in MT2/APKs folder. On the right side, I opened our mod menu APK. Now click on the game APK folder. These files might look different for you, so I suggest you watch the memory dumping video where I gave a demo of it. I am not going to explain everything here. So instead of blindly following the steps, just understand which files we want and what to do with those. Look for classes.dex files. Every game must have these files, so don't worry. It is mostly located in the base folder. See, I have 2 files here, but in your case, there might be more. Like we just have one in our mod menu APK. It depends on the game or APK. We need to add that into this game file. Before that, we need to change its name, not the entire name. We already have 2 files, so I add 3 at the end of our class's file. In your case, if you have 6, then make our file like 7. Now add it. Now we completed 1 task, and 2 tasks remain. Look for the lib folder which contains 64 or 32-bit supported lib files. It is mostly located in the same base folder, like we have the lib in the base folder for the mod menu APK. If you have another folder outside of the base folder like I do in this game folder, then search in those. For this game, the lib folder is located in this folder. Let's open it. Here we just have the 64-bit supported folder. In your case, you might have both 32 and 64-bit supported folders. Let's open it. Now let's open our folder also. Now add our lib file into this folder. If you have a 32-bit folder, then add our 32-bit lib into that folder. Remember, don't add both in a single folder or shuffle the folders. Just move them to their appropriate lib folders. I don't have a 32-bit folder, so I am not going to do that. Now we transferred our files. To work, our mod menu needs 3 things. To use our mod menu, it needs to display on the game screen. And the game file doesn't even know we added our mod menu, so we need to give that information to the game APK. Finally, the most important thing is we need to call our mod menu in the game's starting file. So whenever the game opens, it immediately calls our mod menu to display on the screen. So let's add codes for these. Copy them from the description and save them. You can use them in your future mod menus also. Before we start, I want to give credit to this LGL team for using that template in our video. Visit this document on GitHub. I will give you the link in the description. Here they explain everything about the template. Read all of it to better understand. Now we need to decompile the game file. For this, we need APKM tool. We already have this in the Hacking Tools section on our website. Download it from there. Now open the APK. Locate our game APK. Click on it and select Decompile Resources. If you have more files like I do, then select all and click on Decompile. It will take some time, so wait. Now open the decompiled folder. Find Android manifest.xml. Open it. Find the user permission tags. Copy our permission tag from the description and paste it here. Most APKs will have permission tags. If your APK doesn't have one, then you can paste it anywhere above the closing application tag. Don't paste it after the closing application tag. Now the app will ask the user for permission to display over APK for our mod menu. Now copy the service tag from the description. This tag contains the name or path of the floating mod menu service file, where we try to change the look or design of the mod menu. Paste it above the closing tag. Now it will know where our service file is. Now don't forget to save the file. Now compile the APK. It will take time, so just wait. You may have doubts about the last code. Like I said before, when the game starts, it will start calling every required file. So we need to find that activity file and include a line to call our mod menu also. For this, we have the current activity APK. This will tell you which file is currently active. I will give you the link in the description. Go and download the APK. Now open the APK. Give the permission to show the floating window. Now run the game. See, On the top we have the current activity file location. Remember this. Now open the compiled APK. Click on one of these classes files. Click on the Dex Editor Plus option. Select all classes except our classes file. Because we are trying to look for the game activity file, we mustn't have it in our classes file, right? So it's no use to search in it. We remember the file address, right? So go to the COM folder. Open this inner slot h.space mafia folder. Now open this EOS Unity Player activity file. Now search for the onCreate function. Now copy the call function code from the description and paste it here. Make sure it will be on top like this. It will contain our mod menu main activity file. Like I said, every APK starts from the activity file. So we enter this file path here to call our mod menu. Remember, if you don't do this step, the mod will not display on the screen. And you can't access it. Now save the file. Now I don't need these decompiled files, so I will delete them. See, I deleted those, and now I have my original APK file and compiled APK file. Let's install it. See, it's not signed. After decompiling and compiling APKs, we need to sign those APKs again. You already know how to do it. See, this game is asking for permission to display over other APKs. Let's allow it. Remember one thing, now you know we did this on purpose. But while installing some mod APKs, they may ask for additional permissions like camera, contacts, or voice, etc. So be aware of it. If you think the APK doesn't need those permissions, then don't give them. Be safe. Don't get in trouble. In our upcoming videos, we will be learning reverse engineering/modding APKs, so you can create your own APK mods. Anyway, here we need to display our mod menu on the top, that's why we use it. Let's open it. See, we got our toast message. And mod menu also. See, everything is working fine. In our upcoming parts, I will show you how you can create memory patches, hooking functions, use offsets, and write hex code, etc., to make it fully functional. I recommend you learn the C++ language in the meantime because in our future videos, we are going to create our own ESP, AIM bots, and cover some advanced topics. I am eager to teach you those, but without coding knowledge, it's difficult to create on your own and even harder to understand. We also have our reverse engineering series, where you'll learn assembly language and crack the APK or software and play with its functionalities. I hope you will at least take crash courses for C++ on internet to have basic knowledge of it. Don't forget to check our website and social media for video updates.